Look at his tongue. Look at your tongue. There it is. Yeah. Focus on his head. There it is.
Good afternoon, Not So Superman. How's everybody doing today on this gorgeous Tuesday, or whatever you're watching this? I was gonna do the intro for this morning, but I was in a time crunch, so I had to literally get up, get out of bed, grab my Red Bull, and then head over. Today I did a project that was way outside of my comfort zone, and it's something that was definitely a first for me, but I really enjoyed it. So through a contact of mine, a friend named Brad, he invited me out to go to this man's house. His nickname is the Snake Man in Mississippi. His actual name is Terry Vandervent. It's a German name, I can't really pronounce it that well. But it was an interesting experience because it was a professional setting. The videos that I typically do are more blog style, kind of like this, where it's loose and free, there's no kind of setup. But with this, it was a completely different scenario. We had to have audio set up, video set up, we had multiple angles recording, and it was semi-professional, which was kind of outside of my comfort zone, like I said. The awesome thing about this video was it was all about animals, which I like, and the animal in particular was snakes. So what this guy does, the Snake Man, typically he goes around whenever, before all this coronavirus stuff, he typically goes around schools, museums, libraries, things like that, and he gives lectures and brings the snakes with him. And his big message is that snakes are not dangerous to people. As with most animals, they're more afraid of you than you are of them. And typically, he said about 80% of bites happen whenever snakes are either provoked or people attempt to kill them or harm them. And I got to see that firsthand today because I got to be a foot away from a rattlesnake, and I'm still here. I didn't get bitten, I hope. But it wasn't just a rattlesnake. He had a box with, I think, like 9 different snakes in it, and the way that the lecture started was, it was an official class, and he would bring out each snake in order from smallest to largest, and he would name it off, give the description, where you can find it, and he showed us all these different snakes, and there was a few snakes indigenous to the area here in Mississippi. There was a snake that could literally climb a tree, which he showed us after the fact. It has these little spines on its stomach, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Like, if I was running from a snake and I climbed up a tree, do you understand how scared you would be? If you're running from a snake, you climb a tree and the snakes climb up after you, I'd give up. I'm done. I'm calling it quits right there. Like, there's nothing you could do. But anyway, he showed us that snake. He showed us a couple more snakes, and the last snake that he brought out was a rattlesnake, and it was gorgeous. I mean, I got very good close-up shots of it, as you could see. I got literally less than a foot away from this thing, and not once did it rattle at me. It didn't bite me, which, I mean, the rattle would have been kind of cool, but obviously, if a snake rattles its tail, then it means it's in danger, or it feels as if it's about to have to attack something, which is a good thing that it did not do that. So he let the snake down on the ground after the class was over, and we got to go around and film it for the B-roll, and it was an incredible experience just getting to be face-to-face with these things, getting the close-up shots that I got, and actually, getting a new appreciation for these animals that I've never really had before. I've always... the first question that Brad asked me was, "Are you afraid of snakes?" And he was about to go into, like, this long list of questions, and I'm just like, nah. I've never really been terrified of snakes. Spiders are a different thing. I hate spiders. But snakes are awesome. I don't have a problem with them, and I didn't have a problem getting face-to-face with these guys. As you can see in the footage, I literally got inches away from them just to get the B-roll shots and to get some of the nice close-ups that I got. And overall, it was an incredible experience. Definitely a first for me to do something as professional as this, because most of the videos that I do, as you guys can see, are more, just me working out, kind of being loose and doing whatever. This was actually set up and, predetermined about how it was going to roll out, and Terry had his own idea about how he wanted the class to go, and we followed those guidelines, and we're going to throw our own bits and pieces into it. It was an awesome experience, and whenever the video that we have is actually finished being edited, I'm probably going to post it on the YouTube channel just for you guys to see the actual class, because it's very informative, and I found out a lot today about some of the snakes that I didn't even know. Like I said, I never knew that a snake could climb a tree like that. Like, he literally just put it on the tree and it just started climbing up, and I'm like, okay. But yeah, whenever that video is finished being edited and we toss everything together, and whenever Terry decides that he wants to post it, it's going to be posted on my YouTube channel as well as Brad's, which I will link in the description below. And this was a really humbling experience for me because it was something that is going to go down in history with my name on it. You know, he's going to post this video and a lot of people are going to see this because he's actually very famous around this area for the classes that he gives and the schools that he goes to, you know, the education that he offers people about these animals. And with this video having my name attached to it, I feel very accomplished, and this was definitely like a beginning for me, you know, into my actual videography career. So there's definitely going to be more content like this. I have a few more projects that I'm working on right now that I can't really talk about, but hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope you enjoy the content. As always, if you like what you see here today, go ahead and like, comment. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe already and check out the rest of my stuff. And if you don't like it, tell a friend. Peace!